So are you the same person?
Are you the same
for
person?
example that you were? I mean, 10 years ago.
I think that's comes with the definition of
Person or
what
who
we're
you
defining
are.
ourselves as a person, like even that concept.
Right. I think
Like,
you're defining yourself maybe as like love and but can that even change? I mean, you're saying that
so
we're
that
love
to me,
and
so to me, no, it's like the essence of life is the essence of life. You know,
Okay.
like trees grow towards the sun.
okay.
And they all share the nutrients they need. Like nature is nature. It's the only system that has ever sustainably worked.
Okay.
No government system, whether it's the Republican side, the Democrat side, whether it's the United States, whether it's any halfway across the world, it could be like anything. Like the only system that has ever truly worked is the system of nature that's truly sustainable and that continues to evolve and sustain, you know?
I like that.
So in essence, we are just one with nature. Like we are nature. We are beings of nature. You know, we are no separate from it all. And so our essence is not a changing thing. We just, the isness of life is the essence of us, you know? And we live in this expanding universe. And even science says that, like, and it's not science versus spirituality, it's all the same. Like, there is no different equation. It's all the same. And, like, even science is saying that this universe is expanding, you know? So it's like, at the end of the day, that is the inescapable optimism. Like, we are expanding beings, expanding with this universe. And at the end of the day, our essence, our light, our love is something that grows towards the sun. It is something that is in harmony with the balance of nature, with the balance of community, with the balance of love and respect and all these things, peace. So as our outer experience grows, and we, since our babies, we're getting fed all this information from this outside world, I think our relationship to the world changes. And why I may like something at a certain age and not at another age, that's going to be determined by a number of factors that are all experiential factors.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, no matter how I feel about something, if I like this, if I like that, if I feel good when I listen to this music, if I feel not good, it's just all of that is still just, it's almost like street signs passing, just like in this experience of what we call reality. But at the end of the day, this essence of light and love, that's never changing. Even when I listen to something that's very unpleasant, it may seem unpleasant to my ear, or I may have a feeling of maybe uncomfortability. Like, what is it that we're defining as unpleasant? Because unpleasant for us may be actually very pleasant for the growth of the universe. So it's like, are we boxing our own term of unpleasant? Like, what does that mean to us, you know? And it's kind of when we break it down.
Do you think that everything contributes to the growth of the universe, or do you think that there's things that hinder the universe's growth or hinders our growth? Because I've heard people describe, for example, they say nothing that happens in your life is actually bad for you. It's a way to learn from. It's a process. But do you think there's something that is negative or something that's bad for the universe or for ourselves, or is it all growth?
Well, I think it's just, again, like to try to label it with a word would just be a little bit out of context, because it just is the isness.
The isness.
If we want to see it as growth, then it's growth. If we want to see it as bad, then it's bad. If we want to see it as this, then it's that. At the end of the day, like, we're just talking here, doing our best to relate to the truth of this experience using sounds with our mouths
Using
that people
sounds.
made at one point.
my
And
God.
like,
Are
you
we
know, it's
making
just
music?
like, like we can just make sounds and people, like, we understand each other. But like,
blah blah blah.
the energy
blah, blah.
behind all that, exactly. I know exactly what you were just talking about. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you ever? Sometimes I wonder if the sounds that I'm making and are being interpreted by the other person the way that I intend them to be interpreted. I wonder that sometimes.
Who knows?
Because I always think, like, I mean, in my mind, you could be laughing at me, and I'm like, yeah, he understands, but does he really? Do you really understand?
Really understand?
No.
And I think the answer is like, no. No one will ever truly understand each other, let alone ourselves. And when I say understand, like, it's the journey of self-love, self-not. Like, we all want to understand information in this world. We want to better ourselves with knowledge and awareness and all of this stuff. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, I'm never going to understand exactly what it is that you're saying, because I haven't been in your body behind those eyes for 28 years, 30 years, however long you've been on this earth. You know what I mean? Like, so no matter what book I read, no matter how much you describe to me what you're feeling, like, I will never ever truly understand what it is that this experience of life has given to you since the time you were a baby. that's something beyond all of us, you know? And that's
Right.
like, at the end of the day, like, we can never be closed off to another person's idea or view. And like, I really love the quote, like, the true master is the one who knows nothing. Like, the more that I learn, the less that I know.
Yeah.
Why would
that's
I
a
ever
great
want to be
point.
right? That's so boring. Like, I already know that. Like, every time I'm wrong, my perception is
Oh.
bouncing to a whole nother world.
I love that.
And it's like, that is the excitement
The
of like, why are
celebration.
we so tied to this whole, like, this is my basket of knowledge, and like, this is what school taught me, and this and that, and all this systematic, like, information overload. It's like, I don't want to know anything. I just
Right.
want to be an open canvas for the universe to work through. Like, if I claim to know something, that's one, taking away the power from it. And two, I'm claiming to be like a god of some sorts. Like, yes, I may have my ideas about what's right or how I feel or how I felt in the past. But even in this moment, like purely this moment, I don't know. Like, I'm just acting out of intuition, like based on universal frequency. Like, you know, and that's just like the not knowingness of this world is like, that's what gives the awe. That's the awesome. It's the sum of awe. It makes it fucking awesome, dude. It's like, you know.
I love that. That should be a song, dude. The awesome
Yeah.
sum of all.
And this is where it started.